Okay, everybody stop 1 second. That's a nice tryout. I want everybody, if you're on a play screen with the nice graphics, go to the top left corner and make exits, okay? I want to first introduce you to the instrument. And before that, I would even talk a little bit about who I am and what we're doing. Okay, so my name is Gad Yinkis. I'm from Israel. I live in Berlin for 8 years. And I'm a musician, music producer, and music technologist. And I grew up always wanting to engage in music, but I was always too lazy to train. So my parents forced me to go to a music school, like a piano teacher, but I hated it because I don't like rules. And I like to do whatever I want. I just want to play. And I even remember I had one day that I invited a lot of friends to my house when I was like, I don't know, 10-year-old or something like this. Each one had a little instrument, and we all come together, and then everybody's blowing their horns, playing the piano, and music, beautiful music would just fill the room. Of course, that was not the case. And we gave up immediately. So when I got to high school, I discovered, hey, you can make electronic music with a computer. It's much easier. But apparently, it's not that easy because it took me like 3, 4, 5 years. Now I've been producing music for 16 years, and it's still annoying and frustrating and takes a long time and not fun, right? Because music, like if you play an instrument, I was always jealous of the musicians. They just pick up a guitar and they jam with their friends and they just come up whatever is in their brain comes out. So I wanted to also have this experience. So I started developing these tools for my band called Dirty Honkers and with an art project called Polyjamer, where we create these very intuitive instruments that anybody can pick up in seconds. And the result of that is a company that a music app called Polyjamer, which you're experiencing today. This is a custom-made version for this hackathon of Polyjamer that is even easier to use, but you can already go to the App Store and try out the first version that we launched this week of Polyjamer. So before we start, I just want to tell you a little bit about what's our vision and how important music is in actual daily life. Because music was invented by humans thousands and thousands of years ago as what I believe is a very important tool for the main thing that makes humans so unique in the world, which is our collaborative ability, okay? Because that's what differentiates us from animals, is that we can organize in large groups to create meaning and have a shared meaning and a shared experience. And music is like the ultimate metaphor for that, because it brings us all together in one culture and in one groove so that we feel each other. And there's so many lessons to learn about cooperation and collaboration within playing music together, which today in the music culture of this world, you just put on, a DJ is alone on stage, he doesn't care about anybody, he doesn't need to collaborate, he just presses play, and that's it, he's the star. But music has much more to teach us about how to collaborate. So I wanted to do a few exercises here and teach you a little bit how you can use music to learn about what it is like to work in a group. Okay, which is what we're doing here in hackathons. So please, everybody, pick up your iPad. Yeah, switch it on. Now, if you're already on a play screen, please exit it with the top left button. And I would like everyone first to be on the same sound, on the same instrument. So you would see that you have 4 categories of drums, bass, chords, and a melody. I want everybody to choose a chord sound. Okay? Whatever sound you want from the chord section. And tell me, everybody got it? Yeah? Okay, can I borrow this for 1 second? This guy's already a pro, like, doesn't need it. But I just want to show you how basic and how simple this interface is. So basically, you can tap, and great, okay? And everything is going to be synchronized over Wi-Fi. Now, if you hold your finger, it's repeating the notes. If you go high, the notes go high, down, the notes go low, right is fast, and left is slow. You can use up to 4 fingers. Let's have a sound check. Now, everybody put your finger in the middle, all right? You didn't choose the right sound. Bastard. Okay, let's put the finger in the top right corner. Put it in the middle. I think I'm not synchronized with you guys. You sound great. Okay, keep going. Alright, 1 second. Very beginning. Put on the... No, it's okay. I'm gonna try to conduct you, okay? Let's see what happens. Put your finger in the middle. Middle. To the top. Everybody. Now to the bottom. Now to the right. And the top. Okay, let's go. So now this little exercise shows you, I wanted to show you this chord section, what the function, this basic function of high, low, fast, slow works in all of the different instruments, but each one is slightly different. We will get to that. But this was a good example of like a system where everybody is very similar, right? Everybody has the same position, and you saw that everybody can do something very different, but when everybody has a similar function or a similar sound or a similar aesthetic, then everybody is quite free to move around, and it sounds great together. But when everybody's doing the same thing, you automatically felt, oh, everything is much more powerful when everybody's doing the same function, okay? Now let's try, everybody select a drum, okay? Whatever drum you want. Okay? Everybody got the drums? Okay. Okay, you already know what to do, okay? But you see now, when you're just testing like this, it sounds confused, right? Like everything is jumping around because the drums, their function in overall music is to support and give a bass for everybody else to engage around. So in a team, let's say the drums would be the main driver that says, okay, now give the energy. Okay, now relax. So the drums give like the overall framework that everybody else is working around. So before we had a very loose thing, everything was going around, and now we're going to try to do something solid. Okay? So what I want you to do is put one finger in one fixed position and don't move it. And after we do this, we're going to play with the other fingers. And you can tap, you can swipe, but one finger on each drum here, I want to stay fixed. Okay? And let's listen to that. So now you learned a little bit how to create drums. And later we're going to divide. So some people are doing drums, some are doing this, but now I still want to try everyone the same sound, okay? So now you understand though how a drum is functioning. Drums don't work like the chords. The chords can go around free. It doesn't matter what they're doing. It's like the team member that is jumping from one position to the other. I'll fix this, no, I'll fix that, all right? But the drums is the one person, guy or girl, that is like, no, I'm doing this, you do that, and supports the whole basic development. Okay, now let's choose the melody. Okay, a melody. Everybody exit the main screen, and the one that is yellow. Choose whatever melody you want. Oh, this is nice. melody page works very similar to all the others, but is slightly different. That if you put a few fingers together, it will not play all the fingers at the same time, but it will jump between one and the other fingers. So, and the melody, or in this case also, it's kind of a harmonic sound that is very long and like, it's all about emotion, right? It's kind of giving our overall color of emotion to the arrangement. Later you will see. Now, when everybody's playing this at the same time, it also doesn't matter what you do. It would sound fantastic, like a bit of a sci-fi, but very utopia kind of thing. If you do it a long time, then you would feel like you're in a, like a hippie fantasy. So. If you want sometime to have a little bit more rhythm, then it's good to let it breathe. So the person that is doing melodies, if he's constantly playing, it will always give this like washy feeling. And when it drops out, it has a very strong effect. So also not playing is also very important in a group. Sometimes you need to just let things be for a second. And then bring in. And because the melody usually in a piece of music is the front person, is the singer, is the guitarist, is whoever is leading, is the most important. But when he's coming in, everybody needs to pay attention to him. He's grabbing all the attention, and when he drops out, he gives all the other people a room to breathe. So now you will notice also that you have volume buttons. It's also important in a group to know how loud, what is the mix. But what I'm trying to explain to you is that basically when playing music, you automatically feel your position in relation to the group. And if you're not listening to what other people are doing, things can sound very bad. And the audience start leaving the room. And I know this from experience. So, okay, last thing, I want you all to try the bass. Okay, let's all put on the bass. Now here, this is a trick question. Because in live music and electronic music, there is never two bass players. There is always one bass sound happening. This is because, let's listen why, okay? Let's everybody play bass together. Do whatever you want. Sounded nice, but it's problematic because the bass sound takes so much space in the music. If you put two bass sounds that are doing different things, they disrupt each other. It's like that one egomaniac in the group that he's good at what he does. Everybody's relying on him, but if you have two of them, forget about it. It's like a fight, you know. So but there's a way around it. Okay, let's try now. Everybody's still on the bass, but I don't want you to play at the same time. Okay? So first you will play, then you will play, then you will play, and we're gonna have a roll like this. Okay? But the moment you stop, the moment you hear him stop, that's where you come in. Okay? So start, please. Yeah, go ahead, yeah. Okay guys, that was brilliant, okay? And now you know everything you need to know about music forever, okay? Very good job, first of all. Okay, now let's play some music. I'm gonna leave you alone from now on. Maybe I'll try to interfere just slightly and give you guys suggestions, but let's divide. Who wants to play drums? Who's really into drums? You like drums? Mm-hmm. Who else? Let's have two drummers, okay? Maybe you guys should listen to each other and come a bit closer, but you can hear him, I'm pretty sure. And you guys have volumes also on the device. So if you're a bit low, put it up. If you're a bit too loud, you have to notice. You have to respect the overall, make sure you're productive overall. So switch it to a bass, to drums, yeah? Okay, so remember, you guys are stable, right? You are supposed to hold the groove. I think you can put it a little louder, actually, if it's possible. Yeah. It's a maximum? Okay, I'll fix that later. And, okay, who wants to play bass? You want to play bass. You want to play bass also?
He's a real bass player, I know.
Oh, yeah? Okay, guys.